What's up, guys? Cameron here from Drums and Drams. Today we've got another episode of Whiskey Wear, and we're hanging out with Katie the Goat. We're in an undisclosed location in Central Ohio, but we are in a barn behind Sarah, cows. We got chickens behind me, a horse over there, and the star of the show, Katie the Goat. I've got a blind pour of whiskey. Sarah's gonna try to trick me today. Again, I'm gonna nose it, taste it, give it a rough score, do my best to kind of give you some tasting notes in this environment. Katie, come back. Katie, come back. And then I'll make a bottle guess at the end of this. See how we do here. All right, so let's get into this. First, check out the the color. You can see I'm in my Ohio State jersey. We're watching the Ohio State game inside. It's halftime right now. All right, color on this. Looks like a fairly dark whiskey, kind of like a dark amber. All right, on the nose, this smells like a craft whiskey to me. Yeah, it's kind of a fitting smell for where we are right now. A little bit of like little hay, a little kind of barn funk, a little goat on the nose. Yeah, it smells good, but it's not the kind of whiskey that I'm gonna go for all the time. But I actually think in this environment, because the smell is so strong, it kind of works. So maybe not something I would choose to drink all the time, but let's check it out on the palate now. What's up, Katie?
I think she wants to smell it.
You want to smell it? Yeah. What do you think about that? Yeah, okay, so on the palate, this feels like maybe 105 to 108 proof, something in that range. Fairly young whiskey, 4 to 5 years old maybe. I wouldn't place it anything above that. I'm getting some craft whiskey notes that I typically get, like malted milk ball. This has got a little bit of lemon in here, so I would say there's a decent rye content. And it's funny because usually I have a hard time smelling outside. I feel like I can smell and taste this very clearly in here, so maybe I need to do all of these inside of a barn or, you know, with a whiskey like this. Speaking of barns, if I had to make a bottle guess on this, this could be Hidden Barn. I can see it being that. Maybe that's Sarah trying to, you know, be funny and kind of match the theme. Katie's room.
Katie.
Katie, hey, what are you doing? Katie, what are you doing? Come back over here. Come back over here. We think it might be Hidden Barn or a craft whiskey. This could be like a High Plains rye. Let me do one more sip. I don't know if I'm just acclimating to it or if I just put it in my head that it's a craft whiskey. I'm gonna stick with my first impression. Rating wise, in this environment, this is like a 73 out of 100 kind of whiskey. So let's do the bottle reveal now and see what we've got. Again, I'm gonna go with Hidden Barn. All right, Katie, you ready for this? Ready to see what we got? All right, so nailed this one. Hidden Barn, I can't remember the proof. 106, I said 105 to 108. Age, I don't know, probably 4 to 5, like I said, but I'd have to go check this out. You know, a lot of misses in terms of reviews on this. I kind of liked this when it came out. Some other people kind of liked it. Other people said we were crazy for liking it. If you want craft whiskey and you're in a strongly scented environment, I actually think this is a fairly good pour. Good for this kind of a thing. Probably good for the fall as well. But if you don't like craft whiskey, you don't like those kind of notes, Hidden Barn is not going to be your thing. That's going to do it, 73 out of 100. And that is Whiskey in a Barn with Katie the Goat and Livestock. Cheers, guys.
It does taste better out here.